Hello everybody, True here, welcome to a tutorial video for The Walking Dead No Man's Land on the iPad, also available on Android. This is a guide to the most recent update to the game, which introduced Outposts, which brought PvP to the game. So I'm going to start off with a quick overview of the new buildings that Outpost brought to the camp. First of all, we have here the Outpost itself. Now this outpost, you can level it up to enable you to have better maps for your outpost, more maps, more choices. It also increases your production of a new kind of in-game currency, which is called trade goods. Now if we go into the menu here, it gives you a brief output of what your production is, and that's pretty much what that building actually does. We'll go into those menus in a bit more detail later on. The second new building, if you can call it a building, is the Walker Pit, which is situated outside of your camp down here. Now, walkers are used to defend your camp. You have to level them up by spending the trade goods, which I mentioned previously. Now, you have two choices with this building. You can upgrade it, which allows you to have more walkers and also allows you to raise the level of the walkers to a higher maximum level. The hand symbol shows you what walkers you actually have. We've got the three walkers which are in the game, the regular normal one, the armoured cop, and the big fat tank. Now the numbers at the top left tell you what level you've raised the walker to, so all the walkers that spawn in your outpost defense will be that level. So as you can see, my normal walker is level 11, the armoured walker is level 3, and the tank walker is level 8 at the moment. And the green number at the bottom tells me how many of each I actually have, so 5 normal, 1 armoured and 1 tank. If you go into one of them, for example, we'll just click on the normal walker. Now that takes you to this screen here, which looks like a survivor screen where you can see its damage output and its health points. It also says the amount of walkers of that type I'm allowed. It's going to cost me another 2,000 trade goods to add one more of that walker type. And where it says the back button, actually I'll go into one of the other walkers. Where the back button was on the other one is the upgrade button, which will raise the level of that walker type by 1. And it will raise it for all the walkers that I have for that type. So if I had 5 cops, it would raise each of the 5 cops by 1 level also. That also uses trade goods, as you can see, 750 trade goods to advance it 1 more level. So we're going to the outposts themselves now. Now you can reach that by 2 methods. You can go into your outpost building and click the castle icon, or you can click the castle icon, which is to the right of the screen. Both take you to the same screen, which is the screen that you saw briefly earlier on. Now in this screen here, we'll go from top to bottom. In the top left hand corner you have your power level. That's basically the strength of your defense. It takes into account the level of the walkers that you've got, the amount of walkers you've got, and also takes into account the survivors you've assigned to your base defense. To the right of there we have shield active. That means I've been raided. Now when you get raided you get, I believe, an 8-hour shield, which means nobody else can attack you for 8 hours unless you initiate an attack yourself, which in that case it will nullify the shield. Get rewards takes you to the shop, which we'll go into now. Now here you can spend your valuably earned trade goods. We've got 200 crates for a silver loot crate, which can be anything from 1-star goods up till, I believe, 3-star goods. Golden crate, which is usually 3-star goods up until 5-star goods, a chance to get those. Then you have your guaranteed crates, which are a bit more expensive, so if you definitely want a 3-star equipment, 4-star or 5-star, you can pay the respective fees. Do bear in mind also you could receive a 4-star or 5-star radio crate, or you could receive a XP boost or food boost as well. So we'll quickly go back into the outpost menu itself. The production rate says 70 an hour. That's influenced by how much I upgrade the outpost building itself. So every hour I'll get 70 trade goods for free as long as I collect them. The raid button is to initiate a raid, and manage outposts change location and change defenders is really the crux of the All Outpost expansion, where you design your base and set your defenders. So we will go into Manage Outpost, and here you're quickly presented with a very easy to use screen. If it loads up, there we go. It's thinking about it. Obviously I've already designed this, but we will just have a quick tinker around with the options. Right, so you have 3 stages of the actual map. There's the spawn point to the left there, there's the outside of your base, and there's the inside of your base, and you have various options which you just scan through by pushing the up and down arrows. So you've got 4 options for each, and you can just quickly design which layout you actually want for each of the 3 sections. The second aspect of this as well is your defenders in the 3rd section to the right of the screen there. You can actually position your defenders by simply clicking on the button in question, which zooms into that part of the map, and you can actually drag and drop and place where you want the defender. The icons obviously are dependent on which class you are, so this assault class here, you can click on them and it brings up the assault class member to the right there, and you can choose 3 very basic AI functions to it. We can have them stationary, which means they will just root their position and will not move under any circumstances. We have defensive, which does exactly what it says on the tin. They will play defensively, they will try and defend the crate objective and try and survive, and they will try and avoid damage. Or you've got offensive, where they will literally do all they can to take down the attackers as quickly as possible and just completely neglect their own safety to do so. So we'll go back to the main screen now. The second button, change location, when you click into that, you have 5 locations to pick from, and these basically are different settings and offer different map combinations. You won't have these automatically unlocked at the start. You have to upgrade your outpost building. Mine's at the maximum level at the moment, so these are all the available options, but basically it just changes the tile types that you can use. And then finally, probably one of the most important sections is change defenders. This is where you will assign a 3-person team to defend. Now you just simply select this team like you would normally do in any other mission in No Man's Land, but bear in mind that these survivors will not be available to any other mission that you use. If you want to use them in another mission, such as a guild challenge or an explore mission, you have to deselect them from your base defense. Please also bear in mind as well, these defenders won't actually take injury even if they are beaten. They won't actually suffer hospital time, so they're basically an infinite set of defenders really. They're indestructible as such. I think that pretty much covers the basics of Outposts. You do also have quickly here a battle log which shows the last set of battles that you've had, your gains, your losses, and how fast and how far people proceeded into your base. And then you also have the leaderboard, which is just loading up at the moment, which shows the amount of medals certain people have. And then you've even got an internal guild leaderboard as well, so you can see how your guild members are actually performing against yourself. I hope that tutorial quickly explained what Outpost is and helps you understand how to work it a little bit better. If you did like the video, please remember to like, comment and subscribe on the channel, and I'll bring you more No Man's Land guides and other videos to you shortly. So in the meantime, thanks very much for watching.